Think Pink Together, Guam, brought to you by KUM Communications in partnership with American Cancer Society, Island Cancer Center, and Guam Service Pros.
Erin Elliott has been getting regular mammograms since she was in her late 20s. While she doesn't have any first relatives like a mother or sister with breast cancer, she had an aunt that had breast cancer twice and relatives who had prostate or pancreatic cancer.
Those are all cloister cancers with breast cancer, so they actually increase your chance of getting breast cancer. So while I was BRCA negative, I got genetic testing. I had about a 35% chance of invasive breast cancer at some point in my life, so I've been getting regular screening since I was 28.
Last June, she had a regular screening, and then in July, when vacationing in Italy, she looked up her results online.
It said that there was what was called microcalcifications and recommended a diagnostic mammogram, which it upset me, but I was like, okay, this is fine, I can get through this. This is just normal, it's just precautionary.
The 39-year-old recalls undergoing the diagnostic mammogram and the emotions that she experienced when hearing she would need to get a biopsy done. Once completed, it took about 4 or 5 days for her results.
It said I had been diagnosed with what was called ductal carcinoma in suite and atypical ductal hyperplasia, and I had no idea what that was, so I'm trying to Google it, and that's not helping me at all because I'm upset.
She discussed with her oncologist her next step, which would be a lumpectomy. However, Elliott would have to wait close to 2 months because, as a result of her biopsy, she had a really bad hematoma that needed to heal before proceeding.
That was very difficult for me. I just wanted it out. I'm like, whatever it is, I just want it gone right now. I don't want to wait. But the doctors wanted to wait since this bruise was so bad. So that was probably one of the most difficult times, was just having this anxiety of okay, is it going to be the lumpectomy and then I'm good, or is it going to be invasive and I have to get a double mastectomy or something? So I had to wait, and so September 28th of last year is when I had the lumpectomy.
They were able to remove everything, and there were clear margins. She didn't need to do any more surgeries. Afterwards, she would meet with her oncologist.
We decided what we were going to do is it's called preventative chemotherapy regimen, and it's a 5-year medicine I take called tamoxifen, and it helps lower your risk of estrogen-positive breast cancer in the future.
Along with monthly self-exams and annual mammograms, Elliott cannot stress the importance of knowing your family medical history.
Did they ever have any type of cancers or high blood pressure or anything like that? And what I've done is I have a notebook where I have everything written down, because every time I go to the doctor, they're like, oh, what's your family history? And so it's a lot of stuff you have to remember. So I have it all written down, so when I go, it's easy for me to give them, because something that your grandparents experienced 40 years ago could play a significant role into your chances of breast cancer or other cancers.
Think Pink Together, Guam, brought to you by KUM Communications in partnership with American Cancer Society, Island Cancer Center, and Guam Service Pros.